Hello folks, and welcome to the channel, or welcome back. And in this video we're going to look at what we're going to do in 2023. There's going to be a lot of work on the house, but there's also going to be a lot of work on cars. And in this video I'm just going to show you what we're going to do with all the cars we have and what we still have to do. And Old Rusty is going to be my priority one in 2023. Repairing the side steps, getting the gearbox out, repairing the fenders on both left and right hand side in the front. We're going to shot blast the chassis and then get it repainted. Getting the rear axle sorted out, probably put some new seals up if necessary, get the drive shaft sorted. Getting the suspension sorted out, especially the rear leaves, they need a little bit of work. And of course we'll need to take care of all the brakes and the brake hoses because those are worn. The master brake cylinders, the steering house and the clutch, all of that needs to be sorted out. And at the end we'll install a complete new wiring loom. As you probably can tell, there's quite a bit of work on the brake system itself. Here we have the brake reservoir, not looking all that pretty. And then we'll check out the gas tank to see if it has no leaks, and maybe we need to make a new one. I don't know yet, but we'll find out very soon. Some of you thought that I had gotten rid of Old Rusty. I did not, and it's going to come to life in 2023. This is going to be the Old Rusty year. There's a lot of other parts that we'll have to clean up, like the bonnet itself. The engine, well, that is already ready and is just awaiting to be installed whenever the chassis is ready. The engine has been prepared some time ago, and now it's just awaiting for the chassis to be ready, and hopefully we get it installed in 2023. And the cabin and the doors for Old Rusty, well, they're sitting somewhere else. They have been prepared before. I think that looks quite all right. So this is going to be it for Old Rusty in 2023. So now let's look at what else we're going to do. And in 2023, we're going to do quite a bit of racing, and therefore I need to prepare 3 race cars. And I took a racing class in Terlamen, also called Zolder, with a BMW, and it was one hell of an exercise. I have to say, the instructor was very good, and I really focused on taking the right lines on the track, and here you see me being strapped in and ready to go. And overall, this was not easy, I can assure you. And here we go out of the pits, and then we have the first curve at point number 2, which isn't all that hard to take, but it's a very fast curve. And then at point 4, we slow down and we speed up again. And then we have the first little chicane, which is very difficult to take, but after a while you get used to it. One of the cars we're going to work on is a Formula Koning from 1989, and this is an original one, fitted with a Volkswagen GT engine. So this is a bit of work. We will have to work on the suspension. We'll need to work on the engine a bit, the instrument cluster. Basically, a total rebuild as we've done with the Blue Koenig race car that I have raced this year. But this is not the only one we need to fix. The second race car that we want to prepare this year is a Formula Ford. It's a Hauke DL19. It's fitted with a Ford Kent engine, a cross-flow head, and develops around 140 horsepower. Not a hell of a lot, but more than enough for this very light chassis. And fitted with a Hewland gearbox with 4 gears. Very common for that type of cars. The third race car is a Formula Ford 2-liter. A Van Diemen RF85 with quite some history and a couple of wins on championships in 86 and 87. But I'll tell you more about this car once I introduce the car to you. This car does not need a lot of work, it just needs some basic maintenance and then we can actually get it on the track. And this Formula Ford is fitted with a Pinto 2-liter engine and it doesn't develop a lot of horsepower, also around 140, 150, but it's very light, only 400 kilograms. So this is going to go real fast. It needs a little bit of tender loving care, but not that much. And of course we will be racing our Formula Koenig that we prepared last year. And the last race car that we're going to prepare is our MGB GT. This needs a little bit of cosmetic still, some work on the interior, and then it can get back on the track. Last year the bonnet actually flew off, so I have to fix that bonnet because it cracked actually the connections right here on these pivoting points. So that's something to be repaired. Quarter turn. Let it settle. That sounds good. I'm going to give it one more nicely. Of course you should do this now on the load. And I can actually feel that there's a fixed rhythm here. I'll let you listen. And a little bit of paint work here and there, and then we should be all set. So I think, guys, 2023 will be pretty much loaded with cars, a lot of technical details, a lot of tuning, and then obviously I'll still have videos coming up on the house restoration, but that's going to be another preview for 2023. I really hope that you will enjoy 2023 as much as you enjoyed 2022, and for the rest I wish you happy holidays and a very prosperous 2023 for you and your families. Bye-bye, and I'll see you next year in 2023.